All right, my name is Chris Campbell. I'm a practicing CPA and I work with small businesses and individuals to help them pay the least amount of taxes possible while keeping them out of jail. So, today I wanted to talk about some entity setups as far as the tax filing requirement. I wanted to walk through this because with some entities, the way that you're set up, you can file your income tax returns along with your personal income tax. It's all on the same form, return. There's no need for additional returns. Some entities and in some circumstances, you have to file a separate tax return. I do come across clients sometimes who get confused about it or they're just not informed about it. They might have created the entity for one reason or another, or for something that may sound like a good reason, but they're not aware that they have to file a separate tax return. And with the separate tax return comes a number of administrative items that they have to deal with. And these administrative things cost additional money. Clients have been surprised as far as the amount of extra administrative fees that they have to pay simply because they have to file another tax return, which they were not aware of. And sometimes at the level of business that they're at, it could be a bit excessive for the fees that they have to pay because their business just isn't at the level yet where it may make sense to do that. So I figured I'd just run through the entities and some of the rules that are in place. So if you're deciding to set up a new entity with your business, you can have an idea of which way to go. And maybe you're already set up and you may want to switch entities for something that may work better for you. The first entity is a sole proprietorship. And essentially you are operating under your own name. So there's no formal entity set up. You may or may not have a tax ID number. You don't necessarily need a tax ID number to be in business. If you choose to operate a business under your own personal name, that is the sole proprietorship. Now, that would be included on your personal income tax. No additional need to file extra returns with that. The next step up from that is an LLC. Now, a couple of things I want to point out here. If you are the sole owner and you create an LLC and you own 100% of that LLC, then income tax treatment, it's treated exactly the same as a sole proprietor. So the good news is that you can actually report all of that on your personal income tax return. So no additional returns needed. However, if you take that same LLC and there is more than one owner, so whether it be 50, 70, 30, 99, and 1, there's more than one owner on this same LLC, then in the eyes of the IRS, you are considered a partnership. If you are a partnership, that requires a separate return. You have to file a separate tax return for an entity that is created as a partnership, which is an owner of more than one person. If you're deemed a partnership, you have to file a partnership return. So if you have the LLC that has more than one owner, you're considered a partnership. If you actually set up a formal partnership, same treatment again, more than one owner, but you're not an LLC, you're not a corporation, you create a partnership, you have to file a separate tax return. But that's a key difference. If you own an LLC by yourself, you can put it on the personal tax return. If you own an LLC with more than one person, it's a partnership, you have to create a separate tax return. The next entity to consider and take a look at are corporations. And that's pretty simple, where you have one owner, two owners, three owners, 500 owners, you must file a separate tax return. Now, there are two types of corporations, your C Corps and your S Corps. Usually with the S Corps, those are corporations that have less than 100 owners. You usually go the S Corp route. But either way, S or C Corp, that's a separate tax return. There's a different tax return for an S versus a C. But nonetheless, if you are a corporation owner, even if you own 100% of the shares, you must file a separate tax return for the corporation. So hopefully you can use this information to help guide you as far as what entity you may want to create for your business. So that's all for now. If you have any questions about this particular topic or any other tax or accounting related questions, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help. So that's all for now, and I'll talk to you in the next one.